You're on the Oval RC, and today we're going to do an unboxing of the 1/18 scale Midget from 1RC Racing. This is going to be a very popular product. You'll be able to set up a racetrack in your basement, in your garage, have your friends, buddies come over and have a good time with this car here. Super realistic looking. If you haven't seen my other videos of us racing this car, check it out. So I want to do an unboxing, show you guys what it's all about. Let's take a closer look. Nice looking graphic on the front of the box showing you a picture of the race car. On the side shows you how to build your own racetrack. And on the back of the box shows you about the front suspension, rear suspension, chassis, tires and wheels. A nice picture of the rear of the car. On the other side of the box you have some warning labels. On the very top of the box you'll see you have some choices. We have a choice of the Midget in red and the Midget in black. And this one here is checked off in red. This could be an older box because I think I did see a newer box and it had three choices. It had red, black, and clear in red. So you may want to look into that. But we have the red one here. Let's open up the box and check it out. Remove the tab from the top of the box. Lift open on the lid. Let's lift the car on out of there. And we have a styrofoam on the front of the car. You can remove that. And on the back of the car we have a piece of styrofoam that has a plastic tie. Now I already cut the plastic tie off. You will need a pair of cutters or scissors to remove that. And we'll remove that styrofoam. Then we have the car. And we can see how realistic this car looks. The front bumper and the rear bumper is metal. So is the side bumpers. They're also metal. You can look down inside the driver compartment. He's sitting in a full containment seat. Real nice detailed helmet of the driver. The hood sides are plastic and so is the rear tail. The cage looks great. Looks like a lot of detail on the cage. Got the header pipe on the side. The other side doesn't have a header pipe because this is a midget car. And we can see it's got the steering arm and the radius rods going to the front and back. If we look at the front of the car, you can see how the suspension works. Tiny shocks and springs. It's got metal springs. The shocks are plastic. The front axle is metal. The wheels and rims are very realistic looking. We look at the back of the car. We can see the suspension working with the shocks back here. Take a look underneath the car. We have a very realistic looking rear end. We have a brushless motor attached to that. An on-off switch. Turn the car on and off. And we have a compartment right underneath here with a little tab. Move that tab. It looks like we have the battery in there. So we're going to pull the battery out and find the charger for that. For now, we're going to set that to the side. We're going to get our battery charged up so it's ready to go. We'll close the lid back up here. Let's see what else we have in the box. We'll reach into the back of the box here. We see 18th Midget Quick Start Guide Instruction Manual. Pull that out first, and you'll want to open up and read through this. This will tell you how to get started, tell you all about your car, about your charger, about your radio. And at the back of the book you'll see a parts breakdown of everything on the car. That way if you do break something you can contact 1RC and order the part number that you need. Now we'll remove the rest, and inside you'll find we have some sticker sheets with a bunch of numbers on, the 1RC logo. Another sticker sheet with some numbers and the logo. We also have a sticker sheet with some designs, some cool looking stickers to put down around the front of the car. We even have a sticker for the visor on the helmet and seat belts too. That's pretty cool. Now move some of this stuff here out of the way and we'll remove the box. Nothing else left inside there, just this white box here. We'll open this up. We have your radio or your transmitter. A little pack of tools. Some shims for the shocks. And at the very back we have a charger. We'll open up the box with the charger in it. Pull that out. just a black box, plugs right into the wall. There's no lights, no indicators or anything on the charger. And there's a plastic plug that plugs right into your battery. So we're going to go over that right now. You're going to grab your battery. First, what you'll do is plug in your battery. And if you look, there's only one way you can plug that in. So you grab a hold of the plastic like that, push together on the two ends, plug your battery in, and then plug this into the wall, and you're going to charge your battery between 45 minutes and 1 hour. When you go to disconnect the connector after you're done charging it, first remove it from the wall. Grab a hold of the plastic. Do not grab a hold of the wire because you can rip the wire right out of the plug. So we'll grab a hold of the plastic here. It's a little hard to pull apart. Wiggle it a little bit and you can pull the battery right off. I already did charge my battery up so that way I can do some test runs with the car. So now we'll set the battery and the charger aside. Now we'll take a look at one of the bag of parts, and it looks like it has some tools inside. We'll open this up here. Dump that out. We have a lug wrench, and this will remove the tires on the front and the rear. We have another type of socket on the other end. I'm not really sure what that removes, but it does not fit on the lugs. This side here does. You have a little tiny cable. This is a bind cable. So if you have an issue with your car binding to the controller, I believe that's what this is for. And I'll look into that a little deeper. We have an Allen wrench to remove some of the screws, I believe. It looks like that Allen wrench will fit your body panels. And that Allen wrench will fit the very front. Maybe we'll take this off and show you what's underneath there. Now you can see down inside the electronics, pushing down on the electronics, making sure everything's fit into place real nice. You also have an opening where you can plug in a transponder for racing. You can see your servo motor down there. You can also see the detail that they put in making the roll cage and fit and everything. It's a really nice fit and finish on the car. We have a little pack of shims. These are shock shims. See if I can get a good close-up look at that. Like that there. And if you want to use that, just hold your car, use your nail or maybe even a small screwdriver, pull down on the spring, and you can insert that shim right above the spring and then release. That shim will help out your handling of the car depending on whether your car is loose or pushing in the front. You can use different shims around the whole car, maybe put some in the back or up in the front to improve the handling of your car. And using a tweezers or a small needle nose might help to get that shim in and out of there. Now we'll notice that your car came with 4 AAA batteries, what you need inside your radio or your transmitter. To get to that, you're going to push this button right on the back here and hold the bottom tray. That'll open up the battery tray. Slide that out. If you look really close, you'll see negative, positive, negative, positive. So we'll go ahead and install our batteries. Making sure that they go in the right way. It'll look something like that. At the very top, you'll see some metal tabs. At the bottom will be plastic. So we want to make sure that we install the metal tabs into the radio, and it can only go in one way, so it looks like you can't get that wrong. So go ahead and slide that in. Batteries facing on the same side as the steering wheel. And we're going to go ahead and push that tray right up in till it clicks right into place. So now we'll go ahead and put the battery inside the car. Turn the car over and you'll see the tab right here. Move that to the side like that. Open up your battery door. Grab our battery. You're going to hold the plastic part, plastic connector, and we are going to slide the connectors together, making sure they're on the right way. kind of snap into place. Going to put your battery down inside the car, and this connector we're going to have to tuck out of the way. We don't want our wires getting pinched off, and we don't want the battery connector in the way of the door. Once you have that down out of the way, then we'll put the door up and put the latch across. Now we want to turn our radio on first. Always turn your radio on first and then the car, and when you turn things off, you're going to turn the car off and then turn your radio off last. Let's turn on the radio. So now we'll go ahead and turn the transmitter on, pressing on the silver button. LED light lights red. Pick up the car, switch it over to on. You'll see the tires twitch. You'll see the blue LED light inside the hood light up. When you pick up the controller, press the throttle. You'll see the red LED light up underneath the hood. On top of the transmitter, you have a steering trim. So you can turn this either way to straighten out your front end. I'll show you what I mean. So if you turn that knob, it'll fine tune your front end. We'll go ahead and set that straight. The bottom knob is your throttle trim. You want to be careful setting that you have the car off the ground when you do that. But you can turn it one way, and it'll make the wheels go forward without even hitting the throttle. And if you go the other way, it'll light red showing that you're in reverse or brake. So you want to set that somewhere in the middle. Now you have your throttle trim all set. When you go ahead and hit the forward, tires spin forward, and double hit the reverse, and it'll go in reverse. On the very top of your transmitter, you have a dial with a negative and a positive. If you turn that all the way back to negative, and then you try turning the car, you'll notice nothing happens on the front end of the car. And if you turn it all the way to positive, now you'll see that you have full steering in the car. So the guys at 1RC say, hey, you know what, you better slow down your steering when you first get the car. It'll help you drive a little better. So we turn the steering back a little bit so we don't have full-on steering. Right in front of that dial you have two switches. And this will reverse your steering wheel and reverse your throttle. So if you pull this switch back right here, closest to that dial, and now you'll notice when you turn to the left, the wheels are turning to the right. And if you're going to the right, the wheels are turning to the left. So we'll go ahead and put that back in normal mode. Now when you turn to the left, your wheels are turning to the left. When you go to the right, they're going to the right. This next switch above that is the same thing for the throttle. If you flip that up and you pull the throttle back like you're going to go forward, the car will go in reverse. So you want to make sure that if your car is going backwards, to make sure that this switch is in the right place. So I decided to bring the 1RC Midget out to the tennis court, and we're going to be racing right here in this area where it's about 15 feet long and about 11 feet wide. It's a nice small area. We'll be able to see how the car performs inside this small area. Let's check it out. The first thing you'll notice right away is you're going to need a lot of practice because this car is pretty twitchy. I've been racing around here for a little bit. You don't need a real big area. I'm racing in about a 12 by 6, 12 by 7 area. Just trying to be smooth, seeing how the car performs. I'm not really wide open yet. All right, this time out of 4. Looking good. John's got the lead. Dustin moving up through the pack. Dustin moving into second. John still in the lead. Thank you for watching the unboxing of the 1/18 scale Midget from 1RC. Please subscribe to my channel. Check out some of my other videos where you'll see us racing this car. We're going to be setting up some tracks, doing some car setup. All you got to do is keep on watching the Oval RC, and you'll see everything you need to know about this car. See you next time.